I'm a netaholic. I'm a news junkie. I cannot leave my computer for very long, and I don't often run across a site like this. I was looking at a union protest video, and it was so excellent, and I thought, where did this come from? So I traced it back to the origin, and that's how I found this web page. And what it does is, if you look at it, it brings together a huge mix of politically conservative, artistic content. They gather everything for you. They do all the work for you from across the internet, and the site is beautiful to behold. It's a visual treat, as opposed to, you go and all these sites that have so much text and you have to read through it, and if you're researching like I am, it becomes exhausting. So when I found this site, it was incredible. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today.
Great to be here.
So yeah, I looked at this site, and everything on your page is visual. Everything is a picture that brings you in. I mean, there's a lot of them on here, and I'm going to want to talk about a number of the different pages. But why did you decide to do it that way?
Well, we wanted to have a site that when you go there, it just says art. And we wanted it to be fun, because the goal of the site is to inspire, to touch the heart, to, move your emotions. Just like great art, or even entertainment, which we wouldn't call great art, but that touches the heart as well. And so because of that, we said, let's go with all visual, no text. Of course, there is text once you open each item into a light box, then there's text there. But the page itself, essentially everything is a graphic.
Who creates each of these beautiful pictures that, if you click on it, it takes you to the content that you're interested in?
Well, I put those together, and they essentially have elements that I'm interested in. I guess the whole thing is what we have an interest in ourselves. So the videos, we kind of overlay them on a steampunk theme. So if you look closely, these are elements of steampunk machines.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and then the frames, we just put one on today, a picture of Charlie Rangel by a great graphic artist by the name of David Bugnon. But anyway, that one's in a frame, and so we have these frames, and those are for the pictures.
One of the things that I like is there's actually a little green bottle that says tips. And what that is a really nice, polite way to say, you feel like leaving a tip, like the site, go ahead and do that. Instead of a big PayPal donation thing saying, give me all your money. Right? It's a beautiful little thing, very discreet. Just says, hey, tip, and I encourage all of you to go put something in there right now. So what's on the front page is, I grabbed a couple that I wanted to illustrate. They're all so different. Birth of Freedom, Tea Party clips, clips from Atlas Shrugged. There's a note that is dedicated to soldiers and family. There's a parody, Ahmadinejad, You Can Call Me God rap song. There's something about union bosses. There's a Michelle Bachmann ad. One of my favorites, Bill Whittle, Free Frontier, absolutely one of my favorite things to look at, is on there. There's President Obama addresses the Egyptian situation. Humphrey Bogart explains capitalism. Reagan, tear down this wall. You see where I'm going with this, folks. This is just the front page. There's something there for everyone. And obviously you're updating it fairly often. Is that correct? You just find new material and put it on there?
Yeah, we hunt the material down, and we don't take everything. We see, frankly, some hokey stuff that we pass by. But there's actually a lot of people that do maybe one really great video and song, and then they kind of just drift off into nowhere. But there's others that are serious and pushing stuff out. I mean, Ray Stevens, everyone knows who he is. He's got a new video that we just put up there today.
Right, and I was really pleased after I had spoken with you that you put the We Are Tea song up there. I mean, all my listeners know that I'm a big fan of those guys, and that was awesome. And I sent them the link, and I said, hey, look, and they were so happy. And, of course, now they're a big fan of your site, so that was cool. Obviously, you're a patriot. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing this. I'm sure it's a lot of work and maybe not as financially rewarding as you would like. But, for example, some of us can't go and serve on the front line, but you can serve like I am, being a vocal voice for the conservative Tea Party patriot movement. And here you've done something. What prompted you to just jump in there and put this together?
Well, of course, a lot of us were changed with 9/11. Okay, that got me thinking. And then essentially I went through a period of, kind of mental hibernation or considering what to do and not knowing what to do, and then being disappointed with President Bush. And of course, a lot of us were jolted into action with the election of President Obama, and seeing the direction that we feared that he would want to take our country, and that's really what jogged us into the internet, because obviously that's the easiest point of entry for any activist. You just get online, and so what we did, we opened up a conservative sticker store on eBay and began to make YouTubes, and would go to Tea Party events and film and put those on, and
in fact, you have an entire YouTube channel, and I want to let people know that there's a YouTube channel that is just amazing, and the videos are such high quality. That's what really impressed me. They are very high quality videos, and they're not the kind of videos that film things that are not relevant. They're the kind of videos that film something that's very relevant, and I absolutely appreciate that. In fact, that's how I found you, by a very relevant video. When we come back from the break, I'm going to talk about some of that activism, some of those videos. But before we do that, I want to let people know there's a blog up there as well. And on this blog, here's some examples of what you can find. Here's one, Pacifism Without a Cause. Here's another one, I Am a Man. And here's another one, Why Did I Fight? Tentacles of Government. Something from a Restoring Sanity rally. What is conservatism made of? Are you listening to me, people? Do you realize what a gold mine this is? Here's another one, Subprime Morals. I like this one. Let's be frank about bipartisanship. It's a bunch of Barney. See, there's lots of humor up there, too. And there's something for everyone, even my conspiracy theorist listeners. There's one up there called Conspiracy Behind the Scenes. Go check it out. And then here's another one. What is worth conserving? I want to talk to you a little bit about the pint-sized patriots that you have on your page. When I first looked at that, I thought, maybe not such a good idea to have these kids on there. And then I clicked on a couple of them, and of course one broke my heart, and I'm sure you know what it is. It's that 2-year-old little boy that sang the national anthem, and then he was apparently very ill, and he died 5 months later. Thanks a lot for making me sob this morning. Gosh! And I was going to share it on my Facebook, and then I was like, no, I can't, and make everybody so sad. But it was beautiful. He kicked Christina Aguilera's butt. It was just so beautiful. But you have kids saying the Pledge of Allegiance, singing the national anthem. You have African children singing America the Beautiful. The selection is perfect. And how are you managing to do this? How are you managing to have such a beautiful site? I mean, I'm really I'm stunned.
You're making me blush. These children obviously are posted to YouTube by their parents or guardian. So we don't feel that we're intruding on their their privacy, and we want to share what's happening here. We have people around the country that love our nation and are teaching their children at a very young age. I mean, we have these little toddlers that know the presidents. They can point out and tell you what the president's names are on a picture. So that's worth sharing. And like you said earlier, we do the work for you because and there's other aggregator sites on the web for conservatives, and we all know the big names. And what do? They go out and they bring together what they consider to be the best news stories of the day, and then you go to that site and there you have it. But this is from the artistic and the entertainment side, and we just believed that was not that getting out there. A lot of these, you'll go to these videos and they might have 100 views. They should have 50,000 or more. And that's what we want to do. We want to get that out there for us. It's inspirational and it's fun.
I want to tell you how much I appreciate your website. I appreciate that you're a patriot. You're doing your part. This is a vocal and voter revolution that we're in right now, and the conservatives are doing it with class, and we're deadly serious. And I think that a site like yours that helps us get the information we need in a way that is so easily digestible is invaluable, and I will continue to promote your site. I'm so glad that you came on here, and one of the things I wanted to quote from you was, among the web's billions of sites and millions of videos and other media, we remain scattered and disconnected, artists and their audiences passing each other like darkened ships in the night, until now, because now we have Secular Stupidest. Thank you so much for being on the show today, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.